Breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
A crash after midnight on I-95 leaves one driver seriously hurt. The rescue of dozens of animals, including 28 snakes, that were also involved in this crash.
Also, today is expected to be the busiest day of the week, maybe the year, for air travel. This is a live look at RDU International Airport. What to expect in the air and on the roads as the Thanksgiving travel rush officially gets started.
And we're kicking things off this morning with a cold front. We're seeing some showers back to our west, even a few light showers now in our viewing area. I'll show you when you'll see the showers roll through where you are.
Our first Hockey for the Holidays game was a big success on and off the ice.
Okay. That was so much fun, man. The comebacks are the best.
They are the best. The Canes comeback that had the fans at the arena watching and those at home so pumped up. A wild third period when Canes went on a tear. Oh, a spectacular finale to the Hockey for the Holidays. We're glad you're with us on this Tuesday as we get you started here at 6 o'clock. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. I'll be honest, I was in the building last night. It was 3-1. I was thinking, boy, sleep sounds good right about now. Then they scored 5 goals. I'm so glad I didn't leave.
Yeah, you don't want to leave.
An amazing third period last night. We'll get to that. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now with those showers on the way as well.
And Jeff, speaking of 5, I said 5 cups of coffee so far this morning so that he could stay awake. Dual Doppler 5000 radar is showing some showers along a cold front. We've been following this one for the last couple of days. Just now starting to see some light rain north of Creedmoor and Henderson, up towards South Hill and Clarksville in up in West Virginia, in Virginia and Mecklenburg County. We do have our cold front that is getting closer and closer to us, and it will bring us some showers during the morning commute. We'll start here at 6:30, and you can see the rain just to our west. And as we move ahead to 7:30, we're starting to see that, of course, in South Hill and Roxborough. By 8 or 9 o'clock, it's in the Triangle, stretching all the way from Roanoke Rapids down towards Southern Pines and Fayetteville. And then between 10 and 11, it moves along the I-95 corridor and then east, and then some sunshine this afternoon. So it's going to be quick as it comes through. It probably won't rain over any one spot more than an hour or 2 hours, and the amounts that we see are going to be very light, maybe 1/10 of an inch or so. It's a pretty start. Right now, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, but beautiful holiday lights there at downtown Raleigh, 57 degrees with a southwest wind at 10 miles per hour. It's a lot warmer than it was this time yesterday. Temperatures with some sunshine will be in the upper 60s this afternoon. And new this morning, we have a level 1 risk for severe storms for Thursday afternoon for Thanksgiving. I'll walk you through that coming up, Ken.
All right, Elizabeth, at 6:02, a rather quiet start to your morning commute this morning. No major incidents to report. Those of you getting ready to head to RDU International for an early morning flight, you've got isolated all the major routes in and around leading into RDU International this morning. And right now, all the routes are delay-free, so you will get to the airport on time. Speaking of which, I-40 and Airport Boulevard, there's a still shot of some of the traffic that's picked up there, but nothing really to worry about. You're getting ready to head out this morning. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3. You can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle.
And we have breaking news we're following. Around midnight on I-95, dozens of animals, including snakes, poisonous snakes, were rescued in a crash. It happened in Wilson County around midnight, and the interstate reopened around 4 this morning. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey has moved to the State Highway Patrol headquarters in Raleigh. And Kelsey, we're talking 28 snakes recovered after this crash. You can't make this stuff up.
Jeff, troopers say that some of those snakes were venomous and one of them even got loose. So this morning, the State Highway Patrol here is investigating to figure out what happened during a crash between an RV and a box truck. We'll give you a look now at some video of one of those snakes there on your screen. We'll also show you more video of the aftermath of that crash on I-95 in Wilson County. Troopers say there were 5 people and dozens of animals inside the RV. 2 dogs, 1 cat, 2 tortoises, 5 bearded dragons, and 28 snakes. The box truck driver was seriously injured. Troopers say that driver rear-ended the RV, and that RV was hauling another vehicle. Then the vehicle crashed into the RV when the box truck hit it. Now, no one inside that RV was injured, and all the animals survived. Troopers say they were able to track down that snake. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Starting today, we could see crowds at the airport like we've never seen before. The TSA says it could be the busiest Thanksgiving travel week ever. WRAL's Laura Levine joins us live from RDU this morning. And Laura, you've already been seeing some lines growing there this morning.
Hey, Renee, good morning. Here inside RDU, we can hear the airport suitcases rolling here. And behind me, you can see a little crowd here of people checking their bags at American. But as you mentioned, about 30 minutes ago, we did see a line. If we walk this way here with TSA, that line started here at the bathrooms. But now you can see that we're looking at some improvements here. No long lines for security checkpoint. Speaking with people who are traveling for the holidays, they said that they left 2 hours early to get here to be sure that they don't miss their flight. But as we know, the TSA is expecting a record-breaking 18.3 million people to fly through airports beginning today through next Monday, which would be a 6% increase over last year. And RDU is expecting a similar Thanksgiving travel season as last year, when more than 400,000 people flew in and out of the Triangle. Now, an ongoing shortage of air traffic controllers could be something that we have to monitor when it comes to flight delays at other airports. Weather is also a factor for travelers that they have to watch out for. Now, we did speak with a mother and son who are here at the airport today. They're heading to the Sunshine State, and they're speaking to a little bit about what travel experts are saying at this point on when people are leaving and the trends shifting. Take a listen.
We are going to Orlando to see my husband's family for Thanksgiving, and we always try to leave the Tuesday before Thanksgiving to avoid the crowd.
I've never seen them this long, so I think it's shocking, and I'm very happy we have TSA PreCheck.
Yeah, TSA PreCheck comes in handy, and they were actually sitting there waiting for Dad. He was parking. It took him quite a while to find parking. So I want to show you this here on RDU.com. You can see that the economy lot is already 93% full. So again, a very, very busy holiday season expected with more and more people traveling through RDU. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Mooresville.
Definitely not the holiday to want to procrastinate, right, Laura? Thanks for joining us here in the WRAL Live Center. I'm Chris Loving. Good to show you the misery map across America. This is from FlightAware, kind of showing you what delays are looking like across the country. Only 26 that we are seeing as of now. And you know what? Just because I said that, let's go ahead and hit refresh here. Let's see if it changes. Oh, yes, it did. Up to 40 delays. So there's obviously been an update there. And here in North Carolina, it looks like Charles Douglas International Airport, not too bad there. It looks like just one delay, so we're still watching that carefully. One other thing I'm monitoring are the different cameras that we have up. This is at the Pittsburgh International Airport in Pennsylvania. A lot of people going through there. And just real briefly, I'll show you this live shot from this reporter in Miami. You can clearly see behind her, there are quite some people that are there walking through the line. So certainly pretty busy across America. Here on WRAL, we'll be watching very carefully to see how travel is going to be affected across America and potentially your travel.
Thanks, Chris. You're talking about air. We're talking about roads here. If you're going by car to visit loved ones for Thanksgiving, you will want to hit the road soon to avoid heavy traffic as much as possible. AAA says a record 71 million people will travel by car over the holiday. The organization says it is best to leave before 10 o'clock this morning if you want to stay out of those peak travel times. Today from 1 to 7 will be the most congested time periods on the road. Heavier than normal traffic volume is expected throughout the entire week. And new data released at 3 a.m. by AAA shows gas prices are up slightly. The average price in North Carolina, $2.87 a gallon. That's up 2 cents from yesterday. In Raleigh, it's $2.92, up a penny from yesterday. Nationally, and we're still better than this, the average cost was up a penny from yesterday. It's $3.07 nationally.
Breaking news out of Edgecombe County. Just before midnight, a person died in a crash on US 64. The Princeville Volunteer Fire Department shared these images on Facebook. The crash involved just one car. We're working to find out how the crash happened and the name of the person who died. A crash involving 3 cars closed all lanes of I-87 southbound near I-440 last night. Police first got the call around 9 p.m. All 4 lanes heading into Raleigh were closed for about 45 minutes. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker shows how crews worked to clear the scene. We're working to learn what caused the crash and whether anyone was hurt.
The Carolina Hurricanes gave the fans at the Lenovo Center and the ones watching at home on Fox 50 certainly something to remember in our first Hockey for the Holidays game. Yeah, it was a good crowd out there. The Caniacs showed up but the Canes trailed 3-1 entering the third period. They put on a show after that. This is the third period. They scored 5 goals in that frame, and they made their way to a 6-4 win over the Dallas Stars with 6 different goal scorers. The win snaps a 2-game losing streak for the Canes as they get their 15th win of the season. We will have more hockey for the holidays for you Friday. The Canes host the Florida Panthers for a Black Friday matinee. You can catch all the action on WRAL starting at 3 p.m.
And today, Carolina Hurricane stars will be delivering off the ice. They'll be in the community delivering turkeys for Thanksgiving. Jordan Stahl, Sebastian Aho, and Jordan Martinook will join up with Helping Hand Mission and Urban Ministries to give away turkeys from 1:30 to 2:30. The Canes are also giving 200 turkeys to Manna Food Bank in Asheville. 6:10 now. Charitable donations are down across the board in North Carolina. What state leaders say is keeping people from giving.
And just in time for one of the busiest shopping weekends, some Amazon workers are going on strike. We'll tell you why they plan to strike on Black Friday. And Elizabeth Gardner tracking some rain, some much needed rain.
Well, here's the cold front right now. It's coming through the western part of the state, headed our way. So it is going to affect at least a part of the morning commute. I'll show you how to plan around it coming up.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13, and we're taking a look at those temperatures heading out the door. A lot warmer than it was yesterday. We are seeing increasing clouds ahead of a front, and ahead of that front, we have a southwesterly wind, and that's bringing us the warmer temperatures. Instead of 30s like we saw yesterday, we are widespread in the 50s. We have rain on the way this morning, but it isn't going to last all day. You can see, of course, we'll have the best chance of showers this morning between, say, around 7 or 8 and around 11 or 12, and that will move from west to east across our area as we get through the day. So you may need the umbrella this morning, but this afternoon we'll end up with some sunshine. Looking ahead to Thanksgiving, we are still looking at wet conditions. Temperatures will be mild, but we now have a level 1 risk for severe storms for Thanksgiving. I'm going to walk you through the timeline and show you what to expect. Coming up, Ken.
Hi, Elizabeth. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We're seeing a little bit of a slowdown right there under the outer loop of the belt line, that northern loop between Capitol Boulevard and Wake Forest Road, but nothing that's going to make you late this morning. Just thought I'd let you know, just in case you're getting ready to head out. For those of you getting ready to head to the airport for morning flight, all the isolated areas, that's RD International right there, 540, Glenwood Avenue, I-40, all delay-free this morning. In terms of delays, in terms of the major routes coming into the capital city, this is what you're looking at. Very little to no delay. Just a couple of minutes coming in for Wake Forest to get to the capital city this morning. If you're getting ready to head out, tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3. And of course, Renee, I'll have an update in the next few minutes.
All right, Ken, thank you. A new report shows charitable giving in North Carolina is down more than 50% compared to years past. The report provides a detailed account of the 12-month period of giving between July 2023 and June 2024 to registered charities and fundraisers. We should point out this is before Hurricane Helene hit. Secretary of State Elaine Marshall said North Carolinians gave $27 million earlier this year, and that is less than half of the $58 million total from the 12 months before.
This is the steepest single decrease in overall giving that we've seen in the history of doing this report, separating out all across North Carolina.
Marshall said the tight economy is the most likely reason for the sharp drop. Her office does not regulate charitable giving to churches or schools, so those are not included in the report.
Just 3 days ago now until Black Friday, and Amazon workers in more than 30 countries, including here in the U.S., plan to strike and protest. WRAL's Michelle McConaughey is here now with why they're doing this, Michelle.
Yeah, Jeff, these workers say they're fighting Amazon's exploitation of workers. They also want the company to pay fair wages and taxes for its impact on the planet. This is all being spearheaded by UNI Global. It's a Swiss labor group, and the strikes are taking place Friday through Monday and could also hit Brazil, Germany, Japan, and the UK. UNI Global says the timing of the actions is designed to raise awareness over what it says are Amazon's, quote, anti-workers and anti-democratic practices. Amazon has defended its work practices and pay and benefits to workers. According to the website Make Amazon Pay, workers will be striking in 2 North Carolina locations, Durham and Garner.
Airport officials in Boston are investigating after two separate incidents of planes hitting each other at Logan Airport. An American Airlines plane and a Frontier plane touched wingtips on the tarmac Monday. About 200 people were on the American Airlines plane, which had just landed from London. No one was hurt. Both planes are being checked for damage. They are not flying today. Later in the day, a JetBlue plane clipped a Cape Air flight from Nantucket. No one was hurt in that incident either.
Renee, I just wanted to show our viewers this video because 25 hours ago here in the WRAL Live Center, we told them about that cargo plane in Lithuania that crashed. This is new video into the newsroom within the past 30 minutes of the moment of impact. Look at that. That cargo plane goes down, hits a home, camera goes white, and then you see the flames right there. Investigators in Germany are only saying that one person died. It was a crew member, but not the pilot. And they also are saying there is the possibility that this could be sabotage. They're looking into that.
Chris, thanks. Goldsboro is lighting up its downtown tonight. There will be trolley rides, festive characters, magic shows, hot cocoa, and more. The switch gets flipped at 5:30.
Coming up on 18 minutes after 6 right now on our Tuesday, and we're starting to close in on just exactly what that Thanksgiving Thursday will look like. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRS Severe Weather Center right now with this first round of light showers coming through.
This one's not going to have too much impact, but we do have a new level 1 risk for severe storms for Thursday, so we're going to go over that. We have some scattered showers stretching from Greensboro down towards Charlotte, and a little bit of light rain that's started to pop up here just north of I-85 from South Hill down toward Henderson. That's going to be really patchy and light. And again, nothing that we see today is going to be terribly impactful. Here comes our cold front. There's definitely some rain associated with it, but it's likely to be moving through your area probably within 1 to 2 hours, and that's it. And the amounts are going to be light. So here's a look at Futurecast, and you would kick this off right now at about 6:30. You can see by 8 o'clock some showers from Durham up towards South Hill to Roxborough down towards Southern Pines. We'll pause it again between say 9 and 10, and that's through the triangle. And then by 10 or 11, it's moving eastward along the I-95 corridor, and by lunchtime, pretty much it's moved out. And then during the afternoon, we're going to see the back edge of the clouds sweeping through with some sunshine for later on today. Temperatures will be nice and warm. We're starting to see a little sunshine there in Fayetteville as the sun is coming up. Raleigh, Apex, Chapel Hill still in the dark right now. Chapel Hill, courtesy of Top of the Hill Restaurant. Here are travel impacts. A lot of people are going to be traveling. We'll see some spotty showers this morning, and then this afternoon travel looks fine. Wednesday is looking good. Thursday, we'll likely see rain starting late morning or around lunchtime, and then during the afternoon and evening, we could have some stronger thunderstorms. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all look nice and dry for travel. Here's that level 1 risk for Thursday, which is brand new. Strong gusty winds and heavy rain are likely what we would see. This doesn't look like a situation where we would see tornadoes, but our rain chances do continue to climb for Thanksgiving Day. Of course, Wednesday will be a fine day, so will Friday. But once we see this front moving through, we're going to see a big drop in our temperatures. We'll start to feel that over the weekend. Here's a look at Thursday. We're going to roll it on out Thursday morning, and you can see we're pretty dry all the way up until right around lunchtime or so. There's lunchtime. That rain is still back to our west, and then it starts to fill in between, say, about 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock is going to be our window of time when we could see those severe storms. You can see that rain moving through as we get into the afternoon on Thursday, and then clearing behind it, and like I said, turning much, much cooler. The amount of rain that we'll see with Thursday's front is probably going to be about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. That's down a little bit from yesterday. It would be nice to see an inch of rain, but it just isn't looking as likely. So Wednesday, tomorrow 63, good travel day. Thanksgiving afternoon and evening may be stormy, and then for Black Friday, mid-50s, and our temperatures keep on dropping from there. We're talking about highs in the 40s Saturday and Sunday, and overnight lows down into the 20s. The wind chill over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday morning, Ken, is going to be in the 20s. Are you an early riser Saturday morning?
No.
Okay.
That
well,
will not
be
be
all right.
the case. Thanks, Elizabeth. Hey, listen, I'm checking out a little bit of a slowdown. This northern loop of the Beltline right here around just beyond Capitol Boulevard. It's going red and it's going yellow. Again, it's nothing that's going to make you late. I'll keep an eye on that to let you know if it's going to continue to affect your morning commute, but so far so good. For those of you getting ready to head to the airport, a morning flight, I've isolated all the major routes into RDU International this morning. As you can see, they're all delay-free at this hour, so you will get to the airport on time this morning. In terms of the delays coming into the capital city, virtually very little to no delays this morning, which is good news. If you're getting ready to head out, always know that you can tune us in on the radio and listen to us anywhere in the triangle at 101.5 HD3.
Ken, thanks. A memorial for 2 women who died in a Johnson County crash is growing. Why people who live near the crash site say it is a dangerous place.
And it just happened across the parking lot at Lenovo Center. Well, the home of Wolfpack football may be getting a new name. The reasons why Carter Finley Stadium may soon undergo a rebrand.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Disney Stitch is causing trouble once again.
Oh boy, Ken Smith now with What's Trending, Ken.
Yeah, Jeff and Renee, we're getting our first look at the newest Lilo and Stitch movie. You see it right there. This will be a live action movie, but we don't see any of the human actors in the teaser video, though. The movie is set to hit theaters next May.
You know you've always wanted to do that, right? Wreck the sandcastle on the beach. Not like in a bully way, just I think it would, I don't know.
I'm thinking Frankie might kind of, touch the
unintentionally just wreck that thing. But talking about the humans, Zach
Mm-hmm.
Galifianakis is going to be in this, so I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, the Billboard Music Awards trending this morning, and get this, Taylor Swift is not at the top of the heap for nominations at this year's awards. Country superstar Zach Bryan is nominated for 18 awards. That's one more nomination that Swift got. The Billboard Music Awards will air on Fox 50 on December 12th.
Okay, we see you, Zach Bryan. Also on the nominations leaderboard, Morgan Wallen with 15. Sabrina Carpenter has 9. And as nice as it is to get nominated, what matters is how many actually win. So we'll see where Tay-Tay comes out on that.
18 versus 17. I mean,
Right.
I'm sure she's crying about it.
She'll be just fine. Ken, thank you. Sure. Fraser Furr from North Carolina now sits in the Blue Room of the White House, where it will soon be decorated for the holidays. First Lady Jill Biden was there when this year's White House Christmas tree arrived yesterday afternoon. The 20-foot fir is from Newland. This year's decoration theme has not yet been announced.
Today, highways will be filled with travelers on their way to their Thanksgiving destinations. The best time for you to be out on the roads to avoid backups and how early you'll need to get to the airport for your flight.
And a cold front is going to be sweeping across the area this morning. Already starting to see some light showers in our northern counties. I'll show you what time the rain will arrive where you are.
And just after midnight, an RV carrying dozens of snakes and other exotic animals is involved in a crash on I-95. The work to make sure all those animals were tracked down safely after the crash.